making your monthly child support payment $2,576.
That's how much you gotta pay.
No, that's how much you gotta pay. Okay, Mr. Williams, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, Your Honor, I've been with the defendant for about 10 years now.
Okay.
We had children probably around my years, about 19, 20.
Okay,
And,
how old are they?
They're 8 and 5.
All right.
And right now, I'm an artist, Your Honor. That's how I met her. She was stripping.
I'm an exotic dancer.
She was stripping, Your Honor.
I'm an exotic
And that's
dancer.
how I met her. They was playing me in the club. Because I'm an artist, like I said, Your Honor.
Oh,
and
you
she's
were...
the one slowing me down with the children.
Okay.
And so, like I said, we've been together for about 10 years now. We got an 8 and a 5-year-old, and she's never there to take care of them.
I'm there for my
I can't
kids.
even do what I
Excuse me, ma'am. Let him speak, and then I can assure you I'll get over to you. And do me a favor, you're making me dizzy, rocking back and forth. Yeah, just, I know you're probably nervous. Just, you know, everybody nervous when they come to court.
Yes, ma'am.
And you probably nervous looking at me. So it's okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, 10 years of we met in the club, love stories that begin with a lap dance and end with child support.
Another one.
Also, shout out to the judge for trying to handle the exotic dancer versus stripping debate like it's an academic discussion on semantics. And Mr. Williams claiming he can't do it anymore? Bro, it sounds like you can't even keep your story straight, let alone the kids.
How long ago did you all stop living together?
We stopped living together about, I want to say, 3 years ago.
All right. And where do the children live currently?
With me.
And they've been living with you for the past 3 years?
They've been living with me. She comes at 2 times of the week, take them to the park. She's taking them to get a kids meal, but I'm the one that's got to deal with the harassment because...
I gotta do what I gotta do.
What?
Ma'am, what is it with today? Everybody want to interrupt each other.
I'm so sorry.
Don't be sorry, just don't do it. It's that simple.
I got you, Your Honor.
She's coming in with a kids meal, Your Honor, on Tuesday and Wednesday. I'm doing the bond for my daughter on Thursday and getting them ready for school on Friday. And so that's what the problem is. Like I said, we just can't even stay together no more, and that's why I brought her to the court.
So you're asking for child support, health insurance. What health insurance do you have for the children?
I don't have any health insurance right now, Your Honor.
So are they on Medicaid?
Yes.
All right. Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to Mom?
Well, the kids are getting harassed in school right now.
Why are they being harassed?
Because she's stripping, Your Honor, and everybody knows it.
We're going to use exotic dancer because that's what she said her profession is.
Thank you, Your Honor. And
I think out of respect, you should refer to it as what she calls it. It's her career. It's what she does. So that's what we're going to refer to it as.
Yes,
so
Mom.
the children are being made fun of at school because of what Mom does for a living.
Yes.
She was doing that when you met her, right?
Yes, she was. Like I said, they was playing me in the club. And she's slowing me down, Your Honor.
How's she slowing you down? What you mean by that?
She's slowing me down because she's not taking care of the kids. She's popping in and out.
But how does that slow you down exactly?
It's slowing me down because I had a career, Your Honor.
Oh,
and
I see what you're saying.
I love barbering. But they gonna learn how to barber with me because they up there with me all the time. I need some help. And that's why we're here, yes, ma'am.
Oh, and they go to school during the day, right?
Yes, ma'am.
But on the weekends, they're with you at the barbershop.
Right, she gets them on Wednesday when she's off, but that's not enough. Just Tuesday and Wednesday.
They don't spend a night or anything like that?
Kids Meal and Park. Kids Meal Park.
That's what you're gonna.
Excuse me. No, that's not what we're doing. You're not going to interrupt anymore.
If I'm lying, let them know if I'm lying.
You're not going to interrupt anymore.
I apologize. I'm so sorry, Your Honor.
Stop apologizing because you keep doing it. Just don't do it. Okay. All right. Now,
You know I'm telling the truth, y'all.
is there anything else you want me to know about the facts of this case? Not necessarily what she thinks or anything like that, because that has nothing to do with what I have to do up here.
No, Your Honor.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Williams, you're really making this sound like a reality TV show. Kids meal, park, and barbershop career goals. It's almost like he's auditioning for the next season of Dad of the Year. And the judge is handling this with a whole lot of patience, especially with all that "I'm sorry" back and forth. Just Tuesday and Wednesday? Sounds like the kid's schedule is more packed than her exotic dancer shifts.
Now it's your turn.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hi.
Yes, so I am here Not really sure why, because I take very good care of our children.
Well, you do know why. He just said he wants some help. You slowing him down. He can't cut hair the way that he needs to and make the money he needs to because the children are always with him.
They're not always with him. I do get them on Tuesdays and Wednesdays on my off days. That's something we agreed to because I'm bringing
Well,
in.
hold on. Let me just clear something up. Those are only days you get them, right?
Well, full time. I see my kids all the time, but on full time, from sun up to sundown, they're with me on Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
How many days
all
in a
day.
week?
There's 7.
All right, so
However,
you see them 2. So 5 is majority of the time that they're with dad. So,
well, I go over
or
there and I
am, or
check on
am I
them.
missing some days?
No, Your Honor, you're not. But I go over there and I check on them. But they do stay overnight with him on those other 5 days. I have them on the days that I'm fully off, and I can tend to them and get them the meals that they like and take them to the park. But I have to make money.
So he
and-
was telling the truth.
Well, not fully
Yeah.
the truth, because he's acting like I'm not there for him. He's complaining now. He didn't have any complaints whenever we
just
got together.
established you are not there. They're
Well-
with him
Never there,
5
Your Honor.
days a week. Excuse
Never
me.
there.
Mr. Williams, I'm going to tell you the same thing I told her. No interruptions.
Your Honor.
No, you don't have to thank me because you've been doing it. So, no, that's not what we're doing. It is not to taunt him. It's just to make sure I give him the same treatment that I gave you. Now, he has not been dishonest thus far in what he said because you just confirmed it. You get him on your off days, which is 2 days a week. The other 5 days, they are with him. You do Happy Meals and park. He's taking them to school. He's feeding them. He's getting them dressed for school, getting them dressed
But
for.
you're-
Are they in any activities?
Yeah.
Yes.
School. My younger daughter,
But-
she cheerleading.
But
Are
I'm
you
the one-
taking them to
but I'm
cheerleading?
providing for them. He's not telling the
So
part.
let's talk about that then.
Yes.
How much money do you make?
I do very well.
That wasn't my
That's
question.
exactly what she told me.
The woman's attempt to twist the truth is almost as awkward as her full-time claims when she only gets them 2 days a week. The judge doesn't miss a beat, cutting through her excuses and calling out her selective memory. Meanwhile, Mr. Williams is left looking like the only one holding the parenting fort while she's out there checking in when it suits her, acting like a part-time parent on her off days.
I need to know how much you make in a dollar amount. 180K a year.
Yes.
How much of that $180,000 are you giving dad?
Well, not necessarily giving that, but on my children, because I don't give it directly to him. I take care of my children.
Wait a minute, hold on. The kids are 8 and 5,
Right.
so you got to give it to him. So what are you giving him to provide for the kids?
Well, I wasn't giving him anything to provide for the kids. When I check on my kids, I do for my kids, and I buy my kids
What does
stuff.
that mean?
That means I provide things for them. I do when they're in my care. That's when I provide for them. But
2 days a week in your care, right?
Well, full time.
We've established that.
Yes.
So what do you do beyond that?
But as far, I can't imagine giving this man any amount of money that I work hard for, and he talking about this stripper, this and that. I'm an exotic dancer, but he didn't have that problem when we got together. And the years that we were together, he wasn't complaining then. But as regarding my children, I take very good care of them. I just can't imagine the hard work that I do. That's why my knee is messed up now, because I had an injury at work. And he knows that, and then he's begging for money. I take care of my
He's
children. has
not
no wants.
begging. He is not begging. He is telling you to do what you should do anyway as a parent.
But you're
Your
not
Honor,
here in
the park-
private, Your
Your
Honor.
Honor,
He's
the
trying
park-
to get back with me.
Here,
He does
one second,
extras,
hold on.
like-
It doesn't matter. That has no bearing on child support. What he says about you doesn't make any never mind to me. What you say about her, what y'all's conversations are, that has no never mind, has nothing to do with child support.
Right,
okay? It's not a but. Let me ask you a question because I don't want to derail this conversation in this case because I have some more that I need to get to today. Now, if you're making $180,000 a year, why aren't these children on any type of health insurance?
Well, the profession that I have, there's no insurance offered, and I mean...
Well, it doesn't have to be. You're considered a independent contractor.
Right.
That means you can get private health insurance.
Well...
Did you know that?
I'm not really sure how to go about doing that.
You can
but-
Google and say to the internet how to find private health insurance.
The woman's excuse game is in full swing as she tries to dodge the financial responsibility, claiming she can't imagine giving this man any of her hard-earned $180,000. The judge, however, isn't having any of it, swiftly pointing out that her reluctance isn't about hard work. It's about her unwillingness to support her kids properly. And as for the health insurance, a simple Google search could fix that, if only she bothered to put in the effort. The judge has her number, and it's not looking good.
I can take my kids to the doctor, pay the copay out of cash, and be done. Insurance for what?
Well, child support for what? Because you're definitely getting ready to pay. How about that? No,
but
it's
Your
not
Honor,
a waste.
he didn't
No,
tell
ma'am.
you-
No, ma'am. You came here to waste my time.
No.
You did come here to waste my time. You make $180,000 a year, and you have not been doing what you need to be doing for these children. You don't pay for cheerleading. You pay for Happy Meals, and
But
I can't even say you pay for the
acting
park
like he is
because the
a-
park is free.
From?
The judge is done with the woman's excuses. For $180,000 a year, she's been paying for Happy Meals and the occasional park trip, essentially the fine dining of child support. Meanwhile, her kids are cheering on a $1,000 cheerleading bill, but she's acting like her cash is going to some secret offshore account. At this point, the judge should just start charging her for wasting time.
Your Honor, I just want to say, and he's talking about my kids being teased at school and all of that. No, he's the one being teased. He's the one that is brainwashing them to believe this stuff and want to turn my kids against me because I don't want to be with him any longer. That's the ultimate problem. That's why we're here. Because before this, Mr. Williams didn't have any problems with me financially, taking care of my kids, providing.
Your Honor, this
Baby,
is
I'ma
exactly
support
why
you,
we're not
and
staying
you go
together.
do what you need to go do those 2 days a week. That was our agreement. Now you want to bash me and make it seem like I'm not there for our children?
2
How
days
dare
out of the
you?
week, Your Honor.
No, it's not 2 days.
2 days
It's
out
not
of the
two-
week, and
but
she
can you
yelling
tell-
full time.
But what about that day you had an appointment and I had to watch them?
What about the day you left the kids at the house to go out with your
I would
friends?
never. You know what? See, you always bringing up old stuff. Your Honor, at the end of the day, I make very good money. I do very well, and he wasn't complaining then, and now he wants to complain now, and I just don't know what to tell him. But our kids is not an issue. They love me dearly. Please tell Your Honor, please tell her that how much they
Yeah, I don't
love
have to
me. They talk
brainwash
about
them.
me.
I don't have to
in a
brainwash
good
them.
way.
They already know.
No, they
'Cause they
talk
getting
about
it
me
in
in a
school.
good way. They love their mother dearly because I'm there for. What memories are you making with them? Do they?
Okay, hold on.
They love the park.
Here's the memory we're getting ready to make because I made my ruling. You have capped out, according to Texas guidelines, your gross is $9,200 a month. Child support is set at $2,300. You're going to do
Thank
a
you, Your Honor.
reimbursement to Medicaid for $276, making your monthly child support payment $2,576.
That's how much you gotta pay.
No, that's how
Nah.
much you got to pay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
The children live with him.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I don't see the celebration.
Thank you.
Wait a minute. What happened to the celebration? Because you're the one that's paying that $2,576. The children live with him. He should not pay you anything.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And I said I made my ruling, so I really don't have to hear anything further. Did you have any questions about that number?
Not at this time, Your Honor.
Oh, okay. Did you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right. If there's nothing further, the both of you are dismissed.
Ooh, you wait till we get back. I am not even joking.
After hearing enough, she delivered the verdict. The woman has to pay Mr. Williams $2,576 a month in child support. Guess who wasn't celebrating? The woman. Looks like the kids will have a lot more park days in their future and a lot fewer Happy Meals. If you enjoyed watching, I'd appreciate if you support the channel by donating through the Buy Me a Coffee link in the description. Your donations help fuel more videos like this, keeping the drama rolling, just like her financial delusions came crashing down. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the notification bell, just like karma rang her bank account dry.